Hey guys, and welcome to my bowling ball motion video for the new Storm Street Fight. For those who may not have seen my videos before, my name is Tony Marino. I'm a Storm staffer for about 4 years. Excited to bring you this motion video for the Street Fight. I loved the original, and I actually thought it rolled really well on flatter patterns like the US Open, or I'm sorry, USBC Open Championships pattern. So with that, let's get into it. A little bit about myself. My PAP, or positive access point, is 5 over by a quarter up, and my rev rate is about 350 RPM. But even with that rev rate, I'm still a little speed dominant, so I have to use a lot of low VAL angle layouts or something that kind of lowers the RG rate on most bowling balls. And when we're talking about the Street Fight, we're talking about the iron cross cores, that big beefy core. I throw 16 pounds, so the RG on that's going to be 2.60, and the diff will be 0.044. So when you're talking that big of a core, it has a flip lock on the bottom. For my style, I needed to kind of get going a little quick. So on mine, I drilled it 4 1/4 over pin to pap with a 4-inch pin buffer and a low P3 hole. Really get that core transitioning quickly off my hand so that I have the right motion down lane that I need. The cover on the Street Fight is a 4OS Pearl Reactive, and it comes out of the factory at 3000 grit sheen, so it's not quite dull. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. Definitely adds to the length of that cover. That cover is very clean, and it's great for the burn, which we'll talk about here in a second. What I'm bowling on today is the Kegel Soul pattern. It's 39 feet in length, 25 milliliters of volume, roughly just about a 2-to-1 ratio, a little flatter on the left than on the right. I really like this pattern because it's similar to a lot of what we'll see when you go bowl USBC Nationals or the Open Championships pattern. So watching some of these shots, the one thing I noticed right away with my Street Fight is the cover is super clean, like I alluded to earlier. I use mine a lot on the burn or when the fronts have kind of gone, which really isn't that often on the left side. But if you watch my Phase 2 video, I did use the Phase 2 before shooting this video, so I had a chance to kind of open up the track a little bit, which allowed me to get into like 15 at the arrow, 16 at the arrow, throwing it to about 7 board. And if you see a couple of my shots, I actually get out to like 6. Still corner and come back and hit strong. So like I said, with this ball, I love it for when you're either on a really high friction surface or you really need to keep the ball close to the pocket. This is going to be kind of more of a burn ball, which is great because as you see, it still stores a ton of energy and hits. What I'm comparing this to today is the Code Black. My Code Black is drilled fairly strong. You can watch that video for more details on that. But as you see here, so I actually stood in the same spot but threw it out to 4 on that shot, and it kind of hit weak. Moving into where I was exactly playing with the Street Fight, it went through the face, and then I finally moved into like 17, 18 at the arrows and got it to 7, and then it rolled great. So it's definitely a weaker ball, but I think it'll be a great transition piece down from your benchmark dull ball, or if you need something that is for the drier lanes of a house shot. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to subscribe. Thank you all. Bye.